Hi guys, it's me Rose. I want to talk about what happened during my summer. Let's say it wasn't really a good one. It was really bad. It started off like normal summer and stuff. I was just doing my own thing. Still doing comic dubs no matter what. you know. I remember it was right in the middle of June and my parents told me that my grandma had an accident, and I was like, is she okay? And they told me that she's in the hospital. And I'm like, what happened? And they told me that she fell and broke her hip. And I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like, she's okay, she's strong. Because the thing is, she was always a strong person, and strong-willed, was never sick. So I had high hopes that she would be okay. Especially during the surgery. Let's say that didn't go well. I remember that, right after she had surgery, she was doing fine and stuff, and the problem was she wasn't eating and stuff, and she wasn't getting her strength back. But she was still going strong and being, stubborn, saying she didn't want to die and everything. And she didn't want to leave, so unfortunately, I couldn't go see her due to me having an injury on my leg. I remember that, the last conversation I had with her was on the phone. And I was just really happy to talk to her and stuff. And, I told her how sorry I was I couldn't go see her. I was injured, and she said it was okay. I told her how much I love her and I want her to feel better. And she said, I love you too, mijita. And then she, went to take her nap and stuff, and I'm like, okay, you have a nice nap, Mima. And so, I got to phone with my dad and stuff, and then, 2 days later, she had passed away that morning, and, the reason of death was a heart attack. She had apparently had 2 heart attacks, one during her surgery, and her doctor didn't know, so that's just wrong. And then the night of, she had a heart attack, and she was basically vegetable that morning and stuff, and they couldn't bring her back. And it happened while I was at work and stuff, and I didn't really get to say goodbye to her and stuff. Just I remember that whole weekend, I was just distraught, shaken up, and in denial to process what happened. Because I did talk to her one last time before she died and stuff. The reason why I was so distraught was because, I didn't think I would lose my grandmother so soon. Because, my grandfather passed away about 5 years ago when he died of a heart attack because he had surgery and he had diabetes and stuff, and he died in the hospital, and I didn't get to say goodbye to him. It was just really unreal. And I really wish I could have said my last few words to her before she passed away. I just remembered I went to the hospital that day, on the day she died. I just held her hand and I said how sorry I was. I remember calling up my friend and telling her about the trip, because we were planning on going on a trip that weekend, and she called me and told me, she's like, girl, you need to get away from this, like, you don't need this right now, you need some time to yourself, and then you can grieve, you need some time to yourself. And I went on the trip with her for a day, had fun, and the thing is, I was actually happy for a few hours, and it's still, the grief did get me pretty hard. I'm just lucky that she was there for me, and I thank her so much for being there for me. I just remember I did invite her to the funeral, and I was just distraught and crying, and I couldn't hold it anymore. Because it was real. Because I had no more living grandparents, because on my mother's side, both my grandparents died before I was born, and I really wish I could have gotten to know them and stuff, and that's all I had was on my dad's side. The problem was with my grandmother, we were never really close until the end. Because I felt kind of like an outcast from my other cousins and stuff, because she treated them like that they were golden children and stuff, and I felt like I was one of the outcasts, and that's why I was very close with my grandfather. And I didn't think that this would hurt me so much, and of course it would, because she's my grandmother. But I felt very guilty. But I know that she really did love me, and because the thing is, that last conversation I had with her was the best thing I could do. And I miss her with all my heart. Even though it's been 2 months now. I know she's with my people in heaven watching over us. And I both miss them so much. And I am so grateful that I got to talk to her and love her and have experience with her and just talk to her when I was still at her house, just watching her cook and everything. I miss you so much, Mimo. I love you.